Beardo Banjo.
Hello there everyone and welcome to April. Yes, that's right, it's already April. This year is flying by, and in 6 days' time it's my birthday. On the 8th of April, I'm 35 years old, so according to most kids on TikTok or Twitter, I'm legally dead. So, you know, it's a bit of a shame. It is what it is. Had a good innings, but it's time to welcome it. Bring on the long sleep. I could use the rest. I'm pretty tired. So at the beginning of every month I make one of these videos where I highlight all the VR games, all the big VR games that we know of, launching within the next 3 to 4 weeks. Now April 2022 is a bit of a weird one, much like March was. I have a feeling that the games I highlight today won't be the only releases we see this month. There's a trend emerging within VR whereby games are only really giving us about a week or 2 weeks heads up before launching onto the Oculus or Steam or PSVR platforms. It's becoming something of a pattern. Everyone seems to be doing it, so I don't think the games I highlight today are the only ones launching this month. There's another reason I think that, and that's because we have a gaming showcase in the middle of this month, and I think off the back of that we might get some more releases. So if there's nothing in this video which catches your eye, don't worry, these might not be the only games we have launching within the next 3 to 4 weeks. However, everything I do show you today is scheduled at this point to be releasing this month. There could still be some delays, but if there are no delays, all these games will be out and you'll be able to play them very, very soon. Let's jump in and have a look what April is bringing us in the VR world. Up first, we have some zombies. I bloody love zombies. If you've watched this channel for a long time, you will know I love zombies. I love chopping things up, I love blowing heads off, I love physics-based interactions, I love guns, I love gore, and this game seems to have it all. This is The Living Remain. Now, I didn't know about this game until yesterday. My good friend Mateo311 made a video covering this game that was completely not on my radar. I believe it's being made by 2 devs. It's their first venture into a VR game and it looks sublime. Mateo's gameplay highlighted some amazing gore, some really quite aggressive zombies, beautiful environments, and a fully fleshed out, story-driven campaign for players to play through. Mateo said it's the best zombie campaign he's played since Resident Evil 4 VR. Now that is a high bar to set, and I'll be checking this game out in the coming days. So keep an eye on the channel if you want to see a more comprehensive look at this game. It'll probably be Monday, the 4th. Is that Monday? Yeah, sure. The Living Remain has definitely grabbed my attention and I'm very glad it's now on my radar. If you like what you see in the trailer playing behind me, then go and wishlist the game because it's out very soon on April the 5th. Now, if you're a side quest user, there's a chance you've probably already heard of this next app. It's been out for quite some time, but on the 7th of April, it's jumping over to App Lab, and it should be a lot more accessible for the majority of players. This is Liminal. Now, I'm reluctant to call this a game. It's more of a meditative, calming, escapist experience, which is updated weekly. Now that was the one thing that really caught my attention when I played Liminal quite some time ago, and I will admit I haven't jumped in for a very long time, but back then I was shocked and a little bit blown away that they were continuing to release experiences on a weekly basis. Liminal currently focuses in on 4 categories of experience. There's calm, energy, awe, and pain relief, and each experience within the game is centered around those core concepts. It certainly isn't a playable game in the conventional sense, it's definitely more of an escapist experience, but as a free app, I would urge everyone to download it and give it a go. It's great for meditating, it's great for escaping, or if you just want a trippy visual experience, Liminal is going to have more than enough content with its weekly updates to keep you entertained. Now this next one is the game I think most VR players are waiting for this month. Also on the 7th of April is Green Hell VR for the Quest 2. Now it's interesting to me that the Quest 2 version is officially releasing first. The PC VR version, which I played and wasn't super keen on, is releasing in May, or is scheduled for a May release. Now That is, I think, a huge positive. I played the PC VR version and it felt like it needed a whole bunch of optimization. On my system, it really struggled to run and it hurt the experience for me. I didn't have a great time with that demo, but I still believe in Incuvo and I still think they can make a great product here with Green Hell in VR. Now, my initial thoughts were that they had focused all development time on the Quest version, and soon we'll know if that's the case. Green Hell is a full-blown survival game set in the heart of a very hostile jungle where you're going up against tribes who definitely don't want you there, and animals that are native to the jungle, so leopards and snakes and alligators and spiders and all sorts of other horrible threats. I can't wait to check this out on the Quest 2. I'll be sharing my thoughts about the game on the 7th of April when I can finally speak about what I've played so far, and yeah, I'm excited for this one. I love a survival game in VR, and Green Hell VR, if it nails everything it wants to do, could be an absolute smash hit. I love escape rooms. I've done a few in real life recently and they're fantastic, but I genuinely think we need more VR escape room experiences. The few I've played have been fantastic and it's a perfect blend of the tech and a real world concept. It's a match made in heaven. I also like going to the cinema. So I'm really excited to play the Atlas Mystery on the 13th of April because it blends those two things. It's a large-scale VR escape room puzzle single-player experience set in a 1940s style movie theatre. Now it also has a little bit of a spooky undertone, a kind of a horror aesthetic to the game. The escape room or the story revolves around a murder mystery that took place there, and it has supernatural ghostly elements. Really excited to play this one. It's from the creators of the VR Belko experiment game, and as I say, I love an escape room, so I can't wait to check it out on the 13th of April. Then on the 20th of April, it's not a game, but I think it's going to bring along with it a lot of secret surprise releases and announcements that we don't know about yet. The Meta Quest Gaming Showcase is taking place. Now, I will be streaming it on the channel, going through it and reacting live, so come along and join me on the day. I think this is Meta's big chance to announce some incredible product ahead of the PSVR 2 launch announcement. Once that's announced, people's eyes are going to be there because you know Sony are going to have some incredible titles to back that thing up. So this really is Meta's chance to show what they can do. Hit us with some incredible titles. I really hope they will. I have no information at this point about it, but I really want to see some impressive stuff coming out of this. I have very high hopes, which is usually a recipe for disaster, but let's see how it plays out. 20th of April, the Meta Quest Gaming Showcase takes place, and I want to see some good stuff. Please, Mr. Zuckerberg. Please. These next two are really strange. Two games which are very, very similar, going head to head, very close to each other, but they are technically built for different audiences. On the 21st of April, nDreams are releasing Little Cities for the Quest platform. Now, I've played Little Cities on the channel and I absolutely loved it. It's a wonderful game, and wonderful is probably the best way you can describe it. It's a relaxing, calming, switch off your brain and get lost in the game type of experience for VR. It's a city builder built for people who aren't really fans of the micromanagement and minutiae of actual city builders. It's a very casual city building experience with a lot of charm and a lot of heart. I think this one's going to be great for younger audiences, and as I say, people who just want to relax and kick back. The music just lulls you into a sense of serenity. I lost myself in this game for a few hours and I was actually late for a film I was going to see at the cinema because I was playing it and just lost track of time. But then, on the 28th of April, just a week later, Cities VR launches from Fast Travel Games. Now, Cities VR is directly from the franchise Cities Skylines. It's based on that franchise and it's an entry into the franchise, just a VR version. Now, if you've played Cities Skylines, you'll know that is a far more traditional, hardcore, down to the finer details style of city builder, and I expect no less from the VR version. This looks to be a lot more in-depth than Little Cities is, and caters to a very different audience. Now, personally, I do find it kind of strange that these two games, which are very similar in their core concepts, have been positioned so closely together for launch. It would have been nice to split them up a little and have everyone experience everything one has to offer before jumping over to the next. Because realistically, if you like city builders, you're going to want to play both to find out which is the best city builder. Now, they do cater to two very different audiences, as I've said. Little Cities is your more relaxing, casual game for families and younger audiences and people who just want to unwind, and Cities VR is your more traditional, hardcore, down to the minutiae, micromanagey city builder. But why are they releasing within a week of each other? I don't know, it remains to be seen. I'm excited to play both. I think they both have their merits and both look fantastic, and we'll be able to go hands-on with them very soon on the 21st for Little Cities and 28th for Cities VR. I'm not giving much screen time to this next one. This game is just a meme at this point in time. I'm including it out of spite. Grid Leaper is coming out on the 29th of April, apparently. I included this game in my February new games list because that's when it was meant to come out, and I thought it looked really good. Then it delayed to March, so I included it in my March video as well, and I said, haha, hopefully it doesn't get delayed to April. Now it's been delayed to April, and it's here again, Grid Leaper. So let's see if we can carry Grid Leaper over to May as well. That would be funny. It's a platform game. If you want to know what it is, go watch my previous two videos. Seen both of those. And finally, the last game launching in April that we know about at this point in time is Requisition VR, another zombie game that I've spoken about quite a few times on the channel, so I won't spend too much time talking about it today. Effectively, this game is Dead Rising in virtual reality. It has a very novel crafting mechanic, which means you can create weapons and traps out of almost anything you can find in the environment. We've seen them put knives and forks into a toaster and shoot the knives and forks at zombies. We've seen them then tape said toaster to the top of a baseball bat to create a mallet. I've seen bags of flour used as traps. I've seen shotguns hooked up upside doors to shoot zombies as they come through to trigger the trap. This looks very complex, and I really hope it works and performs well within VR because the core concept is so exciting to me. The game supports single player and multiplayer, and currently it's just scheduled for April 2022. There's no fixed date, which tells me it might slip out of April, but fingers crossed it doesn't, and we can all run around smashing zombies and creating traps and unique weapons sometime this month. And that just about wraps up everything coming out in April. We've got 2 zombie games, we've got 2 city builders, we've got an escape room, we've got a game where you need to escape from the jungle, we've got a game where you can escape into nice relaxing environments, and then we've got Grid Leaper, which almost certainly isn't going to come out this month, just to spite me. There are some gems in there. I'm very excited to check out Green Hell. I'm very excited to check out Requisition, and I can't wait to see how both of these city builders differ from each other. I do think, however, this month is going to expand and become something more exciting once we hit that MetaQuest gaming showcase on the 20th. I would not be surprised if they dropped a few and this thing's coming and it's out in a week type of announcements. Can't wait to see it. What are your predictions for that show? What do you want to see at that show? Drop them in the comments down below and then join me live. I will be live on the day, giving you some reactions and thoughts and chatting to you about everything that's announced as and when it happens. But for now, I'm going to go and enjoy the weekend. I'm still playing Ghostwire Tokyo and I'm having a very good time with that game. Have a great one, guys. Take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. See you later.